Hello everyone, and welcome to the extras video for the Hulk Ultimate Destruction. So most of what we're going to be showing off is various codes and stuff you can unlock through the game. Some costumes and all that kind of other stuff. But before we get to the codes, I wanted to show off some other stuff in the menus you can go through. The first of which I think. While I run around this area. Jump in the water. Yeah, go right ahead. Do that. So the first thing I want to show off is the Blonsky files. These are essentially just dossiers for all the major, areas or enemies or whatever the case may be. Some of them is just like some of these are just from a meal,
Bruce,
but it is interesting. It gives some some insight into the world around you and stuff. If you want extra world building, then you can just go through this and just go through the files and stuff. So next I want to show you the buy menu, just all the upgrades and stuff you can get. And yes, you do see that first one, Savage Banner, which we will be showing off here later. So most of it, most of what you can get, I mean, I've probably talked about this throughout the review, is just like extra attacks and, combos you can pull off, but there's also tons of maneuvers and also upgrades to health and even just you can unlock air dashes and stuff, which is fun. So next I want to show off the challenges you can do around the world. These are in both areas. The little stars you can find, the little orange stars, are these basically just small mini games you can play. And this first one is actually the first one you see in the plate, see in the world. And also I'm showing off one of the codes you can get. The Canadian shorts. I love this so much. I love this just outfit here. It's great. So these missions or these mini games vary from races to one of my favorites, which is these soldiers will be going out of a helicopter and you have to basically smash them into the water. You got to get as much distance as possible. So now we're getting into some of the other codes you can get, and a lot of these are just very weird stuff. This first one I'm showing off here is not only the Joe Fixit costume, but also there's a code where in the city there are these inflatable gorilla balloons that are in various spots. But this basically has it to where they're just everywhere. No rhyme or reason why, but they're just in the open world. And, man, I love these gorillas just for their faces alone. It's fun seeing what these fucking gorillas, these just ridiculous looking gorillas here. And also the Joe Fixit costume, is pretty awesome as well. One of the coolest things about the Joe Fixit costume is that they actually got the guy who played Joe Fixit in the Hulk 90s animated series to come back and voice him. I think he also did some lines for the 2003 game with Grey Hulk and stuff, but this is proper Joe Fixit. So the next thing I'm showing off, it's kind of hard to tell what's happening in this clip, but the jet fighters here are shooting cow missiles at you. Literally, there is a code where all the missiles are replaced by just cows shooting at you. This is the only spot I could really get it to where it would actually work. So it's kind of hard to see, in this clip because there's so much flying around you. But there are, like, it's not just, like, jets firing these at you. I think even, like, rocket launchers can fire cow missiles at you. It's fun. It's a stupid code just for the sake of it being stupid. And also I'm showing off the Abomination skin you can get too, which unlocks when you beat the game. And it's cool. I like when, games do this thing where it's just like you can play as the enemy. So, for the sake of this game, it's more or less just a palette swap, but it's fun that they actually incorporated the model into, being essentially another playable character. So, if you want to run around as the Abomination, you can do just that. So the next thing I'm showing off, or the next two things I'm showing off, is Savage Banner, and then also this is a code called Road Rage, which is just basically all the cars and stuff crashing into one another. It's kind of hard to tell in the clip, but you'll see it as I go along, and I guess you can hear it in the background too while you're playing just these cars smashing into each other. But the Savage Banner you get from the upgrades, or from the upgrade store. So this code is a weird one because it basically just gives you a shitload of buses around the map. And also I'm showing off the Grey Hulk skin you can get. You unlock this when you collect every comic cover in the game. So if you find all the comic covers, then you unlock the Grey Hulk. And he's actually pretty cool to mess around with. I mean, it's just a gray version of the Hulk, but like I like the fact that I like when games include this. I said this in the review, but I really wish that we could have gotten a purple pants option. I would have liked to see the purple pants come back in this game, even if it was just an alternate costume, like the 2008 game did this, where it was like, for the main model for the Hulk, it's just like Hulk in blue jeans, but they had it to where there was like a classic Hulk option. And yeah. So the next thing I'm showing off, I think this is the last thing that we're showing off today, is there's a couple of like filters you can unlock too through various cheat codes and stuff. There's a black and white option, which I was tempted to show off for the video, and then there's also this the sepia tone kind of filter, and it's a neat novelty, but I don't really find myself playing like in this a bunch. It kind of reminds me, since the creation of the Hulk is very much inspired by stuff like Jekyll and Hyde, and like it reminds me of like old monster movies, and I think it's always cool when games like have different filters you can play in. Cuphead is another great example of this, where it's like they got a black and white filter, and then there's also like a retro filter too. So the filters sometimes can be really beneficial and cool in games as a neat extra, but yeah. So now I spend a lot of time playing it, but there's other codes you can get too. Other various codes, like I mentioned, like double health pickups you can get, and also there's double damage, and there's various other codes you can unlock too by collecting comic book stuff. And but yeah, that is basically it for this extras video. Tune in next time for whatever we put out next. Yeah. But until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. I will see you all next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and of course, don't forget to take care of yourselves. See ya.